Well, I got my new project, and it's an '01 Suburban, but someone did this front end swap already. I actually changed the hood and the grill, and I got rid of the blacked out turn signals. I guess at one point it had really big tires on it because they butchered the fender and they butchered the bumper to get the tires to fit. I think that's also why this is here, because I think the tires pushed up on the fender and ripped the fender out. I don't know. Fortunately, it passed through a couple of people before I got it. Some other, what do they call that? Jimmy rigging. Yeah, that's what it is. Jimmy rigging. Anyways, the AC works great in this. The compressor's a little noisy, but as long as it keeps working, I'm going to keep driving it until I get ready to put the engine and transmission in something else. But I noticed that it had an LS fan or a V6 fan, because this is not the right fan for this. I don't have any overheating issues, but at idle, the AC tends to not cool very well, especially when I'm sitting in drive-through in a 90, 100 degree day. So, thanks to some of the forum members, this is I got this off an LLY. I know this clutch is leaking because everywhere I sit it leaks fluid out. But the bolt pattern is the same as the Kodiak 8.1 fan clutch, which looks like it's leaking a little bit too, but I'm gonna try it out first before I replace the fan clutch. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work better. But supposedly I can put this fan on the Kodiak fan clutch. It's out of my 8.1 Kodiak, and supposedly it's supposed to be a badass cooling machine. Also, I've heard that you can use the Trailblazer 6-liter non-electric clutch. It supposedly has this wide pattern like this fan does, but I don't have one of those. But I have all this stuff, so I figured I'd try it out with stuff I have already. So give me a minute, and I'm gonna swap out the clutches and put it all back together. Okay, so I got that clutch off. I got this fan. So I got the Kodiak clutch on the LLY fan. Let's see how it fits. Put my phone down so I can thread on this thing. Well, with the LS fan, now the stock fan on this is like a 5-blade metal. I've actually got one. I guess one of our members lied to me, or he doesn't have this style power steering. Yeah, I don't, so I think it would work pretty good if I didn't have this style power steering. Screwing the fan on, the fan blades hit. I think the issue is this has the short pump. If this had the long pump, I think this would work pretty good. So yeah. So if I had the Kodiak style or the van style, I think I can put this on my van then, because that'll fix. It has the same issue actually. It has just at idle, the AC is not as great. Once you're moving, it's fine. So I'll probably put this setup on my van, and I'll just put electrical fans on this since I already have them. Also, if your throttle body looks like this, clean it. I'm going to clean that next here after I get this back off. There we go. So that's information for you. This was the grill on it when I got it. It had these for the front end swap, but the support was broke on that one, and then where'd it go? Oh, it fell off. Well, the piece that holds the grill right here was broke on this one. So I got ones at the junkyard when I got the stock turn signals. The other thing I noticed is when you change to the 05, 06, 07 grill, this is too low. Usually I have to. So you need the latch. On the other truck, I just drilled a hole and put a bolt in so I could do that. But if you can get the latch, that helps a bunch. I'm trying to think of what else. This is the California model. So if you haven't seen one with an air pump, that's what it looks like. Then the air pump's right there, and it's got some BS. I had a bunch of people. I was under this impression initially, and then everybody in the group corrected me. On some of these vehicles, they have two plugs right here. One's black, one's white. White one goes to the dryer, and the black one is for dual batteries. This one does not have it. Everybody says it's for the rear air. Well, this has rear air. This also has rear heat. And as you notice, there's no plug. It's for the dual battery setup. But this harness doesn't even have it. It only has one plug. As I guess this has the air pump. So they said we don't even need to put it in, I guess. I don't think of what else. This has the gas gauge reads half all the time. Has a P1432 code, and I'm going to take the rear tank out. I've got a pump coming today for it. I'm going to see if that fixes my issue, because right now I don't know when to fill it up. I'd like to know when to fill it up, especially on something with a big block. But that should be here today. I'll make another video about all that. Some people are confused on how that setup works, and pretty much the main tank is here. There's a hose. When you fill up Avalanche, Suburban, whatever else has a dual tank setup, when you fill up, you're actually filling the little 12-gallon tank that's above the spare tire. And then whatever runs off, there's a big hose that runs off down to the main tank. Well, there's also space in that tank, so they put a fuel pump in. There's a sender. This tank has a fuel pump and a sender. When the truck is full, both tanks are full, it'll read full. When the main tank gets down to like below half a tank, it pumps out all the fuel in the upper tank to the main tank. And then it keeps track of the two senders. That's what it's supposed to do. When one fails, the other, it screws up the system. I don't know why they did that. I'll just put one big tank in and be done with it. But the main tank fuel pump relay is here. That's the one that feeds the engine. And then the secondary tank fuel pump relay is here. Once I get the fuel pump, I'll jack it up and take both tanks out. I need to make sure that both sending units are working and all that stuff. I might put the Marlboro 450 I got in this for now. I'm not sure. But if I have it out, I might as well put something I know that works in. But other than that, what is this? Goofy. Oh. I don't know what this is. MECB. Anyways. And then I love this. This is good. But whatever. I fixed a bunch of other stuff already. Like, it didn't have this at all. The horn didn't work, and this relay wasn't even in. That's the horn relay. The horn that did work wasn't plugged in, and that was over there. The horn that didn't work was under here and plugged in. And then the little plastic thing behind the airbag that breaks, that was broke as well. So I got the horn to work. So I'm just fixing main things on it so I can drive it. And then eventually the drivetrain's coming out of this and going in my silver truck. I had plans for the 8.8, but I missed out on a transmission. So unless I get another deal on a transmission, this will probably end up in the silver truck so I can start driving it again. And then I have a van, 8.1, Kodiak 8.1, Suburban 8.1, S10 8.1, and I'm making progress on this. I bought the Suburban, so I kind of been slacking on this. I got the tri shaft made. I need to get the there's like the tunnel is real small, and he said to modify the tunnel. I'm going to check. I'm going to put first I got to lower the rear end because it looks like a damn stink bug. So I'm going to put the 2-inch blocks in, check the drive shaft fitment, and then where I need to modify that. Make sure there's plenty of clearance. So I'll jack it up by the hitch and make sure that the full travel is not hitting anything. I got to pull the motor and tranny back out. I already made the firewall pieces, so I get those welded in and get everything painted. I got to fix this little bit of rust from the heater box. I got to do this little clearancing over here. When I test fit the motor, I didn't test fit it with the stupid oil level sensor, and since I don't have any oil pans that don't have the oil level sensor, and I could weld the hole up, but if I need the oil pan later for something else, I'd like to just leave it alone. But I want to make sure it's clearant, and then it makes it easier for me to work on it. So I got to do a little more clearancing on this side of the frame. There's a little thing I got to cut out, and then put it back in. And then once I get that done, I got to mount the seat, bleed the brakes finally, and then exhaust is done. I got to do the tranny cooler lines. I'm going to mount the tranny cooler underneath with a little fan. Excuse me. I got to do the fuel lines. I got to finish the fuel tank. I'm going to mount the fuel tank underneath, battery underneath. Eventually, after I get it running and get some of the stuff sorted out, the turbo is going to go in this area, and then I'm going to make a bed cover for it. Arrow wise, I've seen one where it comes from here and slopes down. I'm tempted to make something like that. I might build the frame and just do clear Lexan the whole thing, so it does what it needs to do, but I can still see through it. I haven't decided yet. I may do flat. I mean, I'm not doing down bars. I'm going to connect my down bars from my cage underneath the bed, and I'm going to make it so that I can still remove the cab and the bed once I get the whole cage in it. Other than that, I think I'm going to sign off and get some stuff done. So I just out of curiosity, I said, well, what if the Kodiak fan? It's a little close here. But on the other side, it's pretty big camp. So I think it'll be fine, because especially since the motor torques over to the passenger side when you get on it. So reverse might be a hard drive in reverse, which I don't plan on doing anyways. So we'll try that. We'll give that fan a try. Let me put the upper shroud on. Our body is nice and clean now. We'll give that a try and see how it works.